Hi Year 4, it's Wednesday and it's time for maths. Today we're going to be looking at both factors and multiples. Just as a reminder, we've got the definitions here. So a factor is a times table that a number is in, so it fits into that number exactly. For example, 9 is a factor of 45. A multiple is the inverse or the opposite of that. So a multiple is a number that is in a times table. So you would say 45 is a multiple of 9 because 45 is in the 9 times table. Yesterday, I taught you how to make factor bugs. So this is the factor bug for 28, and it's just a fun way of showing factors of numbers. On the antennae at the top, we have 1 and 28. 1, remember, is a factor of every whole number. And 28 is itself, because if you had 28 objects, you could make one group of 28, or 28 groups of 1. The legs give us other factors. We have 2 and 14. So if we had 28 objects, we could make 2 groups of 14, or we could make 14 groups of 2. The other factors we have here are 4 and 7. Because 4 times 7 or 4 groups of 7 is 28, or 7 groups of 4 is 28. And those are all the factors of 28. So 28 has 6 factors in total. Have a look at this factor bug. I've covered up some of the numbers, and I wonder if you can work out what they are. Pause the video now to have a go. Did you work it out? Let's start with the easy one at the top here. This hides the number that is a factor of everything. Let's have a look. 1. 1 times 40 makes 40. So let's have a look at this one. How many 20s make 40? 20 times what makes 40? It's 2. 2 20s or double 20. Let's have a look at the next pair of legs. We have 10 and something. So how many 10s make 40? Well, it's 4. And the one at the bottom, 5 times something makes 40. Have you worked it out? It's 8. Well done if you got those. Now try this one. So again, I've covered up some of the numbers, but I've given you a tricky tail this time. So a tail, remember, is when you multiply a number by itself. So you can't put the same number on 2 legs. See if you can work out all the missing numbers. Pause the video now. Right, let's have a look. We'll start from the top. 1 times something makes 36. Well, that would be one group of 36. The next legs are already done. 2 times 18 or double 18 makes 36. The next set of legs, we've got 12 times something. How many 12s go into 36? 3. 3 12s or 12 3s. The next set of legs, we've got 4 on this side, so we know that 36 is in the 4 times table. But how many 4s make 36? Let's have a look. 9. 9 4s or 4 9s. So now we get to the tail. What number do you have to multiply by itself to make 36? Let's have a look. 6. Well done if you got that right. So 36 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 factors. Today's task is a factors and multiples challenge. I've included the link to this on Google Classroom, and I've also put it in the message to your parents with the links to these videos. And what you need to do is you need to gradually move over all of these numbers into the empty square one by one, but you can only move them over if they're a factor or a multiple of the number before it. and you have to try and make the longest chain you possibly can. Now that sounds really complicated, but let's try it. I'm going to choose a number randomly to start with, and I'm going to choose the number 15. So I'm going to move it across into here. The next number I need to choose should either be a factor of 15, so a number that fits into 15, or a multiple of 15, a number that's in the 15 times table. I'm going to choose a factor of 15, so I'm going to put 5 next. And that's turned green because it creates a little chain. Next, I need to choose either a factor of 5, so a number that fits into 5, or a multiple of 5, something in the 5 times table. I'm going to go for quite a big number here. I know that all the 5 times table end in a 5 or a 0, so I can pick any of these, and I can pick any of these. I'm going to pick 70. Next, I need to choose either a factor of 70, something that fits into it, or a multiple of 70. Now 70 is quite a big number, so I can't really choose a multiple, because even if I just double it, that's 140, and I don't have numbers that high. So I've got to go for a factor. So what numbers will fit in to 70? Well, if I find half of 70, that's 35, so I can put that in. Now the good thing about this game is that if you go wrong, it will tell you. So if, for example, I try and find a multiple of 35 and I think it's 65, I can click that number, and can you see it's turned blue? If it goes blue, that means it's not correct. So I just click on it to get rid of it again and try a different number. I've made a chain of 4 numbers so far. See how long your chain is before you run out of numbers. And you can always click to start again and start again from the beginning. See if you can make a longer chain. Now there are some super challenge questions for this task today. If you're really confident with this and you can make a really long chain, I want you to think about these 2 questions. Are there any numbers that are useful to leave until towards the end when you're running out of options? Also, which type of numbers tend to be left still in the grid when you run out of options? When your chain is as long as it can be, have a look at the numbers that are left and see what type of numbers they tend to be. Good luck with this. Remember to let us know the longest chain you've been able to make. See you tomorrow.